You guys have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah. Alright, well, you're not gonna like this first joke. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't really like going home. I've never understood my friend. You're nodding a lot. Thank you. It's just me and you. Everybody else, their mom makes a good lasagna. My mom makes trips to Chipotle. That's all we got. I don't know, man. I don't like going home because, like, I've never been homesick. I've never had that feeling. Like, things get better when you leave. You know what I mean? Like, remember that scene at the end of The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy's like, I have to find a way home? Why? Stay in Oz. Things are going, like, you killed 2 witches, you made friends, you tried acid, you're about to fuck a wizard, things are going well. Also, those shoes could take her anywhere in the galaxy, and she chooses her Auntie M's. I would have been like, there's no place like a Sandals all-inclusive resort in Jamaica. There's no... That's a dumb movie. I think the thing that always bugged me about The Wizard of Oz, and then I'll stop talking about it, is, you guys ever realize the whole thing in that movie is that, like, the Scarecrow doesn't have a brain and the Tin Man doesn't have a heart, but, like, they never show that. You know what I mean? Like, if the Scarecrow doesn't have a brain, like, I feel like he should be, you know, paralyzed. Like, I feel like... I think the reason I don't like going home is I'm one of 5 kids and we all fight for attention because I'm from a family of artists. My siblings are actors, I'm a comedian, my sister has an Instagram, and I get jealous when I go home because they're all better looking than me. Like, this is true. My brother was once cast as the body double for James Franco in a TV show. That's 100% true. And I just look like Ben Sheeran died. Like that. With the same parents, according to my mom, you know? I don't know, here's how they look at my brother. My brother, he's a gay guy. He's had 5 boyfriends, and all of them were straight before. Like, people think being gay is a choice. It isn't. My brother decides for you. He got married last year to one of his converts, and my grandmother, she told to come to town, so I was in a nursing home, so we went to visit her. We're having lunch. She asked how my girlfriend was. I said she's doing well. She turned to my brother. She asked how his friend was doing. My brother was like, he's okay. And then she looks at him and she goes, no, I don't know what to call him. What should I call him? And my brother's like, well, you could just say fiance. When we get married, it'll be my husband, but whatever's comfortable for you. And what was like the sweetest moment of my 85-year-old grandmother's life, she looks my brother in the eye and she goes, no, it's not about what's comfortable for me. It's about what's comfortable for you. What are we in the 3rd act of a Queer Eye episode called Bravo? Right now! It was this beautiful moment. So later on that night, we're driving back to the city. We get a call from my mom. She goes, guys, I just got off the phone with your grandmother. She had the best time with you two. She can't wait to see you again and hopefully meet Will's Playmate. And he wasn't comfortable with that at all. He stopped the car on the side of the highway, called her up. He was like, Grandma, we don't say Playmate, okay? He is my leather daddy. That's the PC term. Playmate makes me uncomfortable as a word, right? You feel gross just hearing it? Why is it that all the stuff from our childhood is like gross and sexual? Right? Bad boy, naughty girl, daddy's favorite. Spanking's a sex thing. Like, spanking's the only punishment from childhood that's made its way into the bedroom. But I feel like good parents nowadays don't hit their kids. So in 20, you were like, well, they do. Okay. Like, oh, you don't like going home. I feel like good parents generally don't. And so, like, I feel like in 20 years, sexuality is going to be totally different. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be with a girl, she'll be like, I've been a naughty girl. Oh, yeah. Well, then maybe you should take a time out. Think about what you've done. 20 minutes in your room. No computer! And when you're ready to apologize, you can fuck me. So... I got a fun family, man. My mom is an activist against domestic violence, huh? That is what you do when your kids move out. You find a cause that's never affected you and define yourself by it. Stay with me, Washington, D.C. Let's be clear, I'm not saying you can't raise awareness if you're not a victim, okay? All I'm saying is that if you talk about domestic violence all the time, it doesn't make Dad look good. Like the issue she's the most passionate about is this thing called emotional abuse. You guys know that it's a very serious issue where a guy like isolates his partner from her friend. They're completely codependent. It's a messed up thing to do. But my mom, she just uses the term too broadly. Like last week, I just forgot to call her for a week, and she called me up and she goes, "Kevin, you can't go a whole week without calling me. That is emotional abuse." No. That just means I didn't need money this week. It's not emotional abuse because there has to be malice involved, right? Emotional abuse isn't like, oh, you got a bad birthday present. Like emotional abuse is like when you do something bad. Like she thinks it's emotional abuse if you forget your anniversary. And I think it's shitty. I don't think it's a felony. It's just a disgusting thing that some people do, you know? Like dipping your fries in mayonnaise or being an American who signs their emails cheers. Like it's gross. It's not against the law. Real abuse has like malice involved. Like real, oh, do you do that? You have to leave, I'm sorry. At this point in the show, you are gonna have to leave. Cheers, you know? Real abuse has malice though, right? Like real emotional abuse is like if you steal your boyfriend's antidepressants because you're jealous that anything else can make him happy. Like that's what my ex did. Okay. My mom, I love her so much. She's one of the people who is just so kind, and she's on the right side of the issues, but she needs you to know that. And she doesn't know why she's on the right side of the issue. Like, my family is all very, like, fake liberal. You know what I mean? They're all voting for Pete Buttigieg. They're like, they're not really liberal. They're like, oh, okay, that means liberal. No, it doesn't. Okay, sorry, I apologize, Captain. Alright, like, here's... Like my mom, you know what she did this week? She posted on Facebook, she goes, "I'm getting off this corrupt website. It is ruining the fabric of our country. It is a threat to democracy. If you need to get in touch with me, you can follow me on Instagram." Facebook owns Instagram! That's what it's next. Like, oh, I am getting rid of M&Ms in my life. They are a corrupt candy that's ruining the fabric of this country. If you want to get me a snack, you can get me peanut M&Ms. That's what. This was my favorite one. She got in a fight with my dad over Thanksgiving. Here's the argument. I was on her side, and then she started trying to use her logic, and I had to get out of it. She looks at my dad, and she goes, "Phil, women can do anything that men can do." And my dad was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Shut up!" I said, "Women can do anything men can do, okay?" She had one glass of wine. Anything. Look at Amelia Earhart. I had to stop the fight. And be like, "Mom, like there's so many women who can fly planes all the way there. There's so many." Your friend Linda, the pilot. Every time she lands a plane, it's on purpose. So I give my mom respect though because she deals with my dad. And my dad is one of those like, I don't want to say misogynist, so let's just say man over 30. But he's one of those guys who like feels like he has to tell every single person. Like if he sees a hot girl, he needs you to know that you saw that it was a hot girl. Like. He needs you to know that he knows what that looks like. Since I was 2 years old, whenever my dad has seen a hot girl, he has told me. But he doesn't think girls can tell because he uses a code word. He calls them Canadians. So he's like, check out these Canadians. It's like, you're still pointing, you know? So I remember the worst that happened, we were touring this college campus. I was like 17. We're walking around this college campus and there was a volleyball team working out on the quad. My dad sees me, he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, pretty good Canadian population here, huh?" And our tour guide heard him, and so she turns around and she goes, "Is that something you're looking for in an institution?" And then there was this one poor girl from Toronto who just raises her hand and she goes, "I'm Canadian." And my dad goes, I don't think so. I'm very happy. I have a girlfriend now. I don't want to brag. We did kiss. It's on the 4H, it's not a whore. But I love. We started talking about getting married, but I just found. You know how much engagement rings are supposed to be? Yeah, they're supposed to be 20% of your annual income. It's like that is why we have a wage gap. That's right. What are you doing, dude? Honey, it's 2019. Somebody call AOC right now. Call her right now. 20% of the money you bring in a year. Like, I love my girlfriend, but I can't survive. I'm just 80% of what I borrow from her. Like, that is not a lot of money. She's a teacher. Her last paycheck was an apple. So, love her. We get in a lot of fights. So we fight. I think the reason we fight is we live in a studio apartment, which is like a great way to break up slowly. And we got in this fight the other day. We never had fights about anything that matters. Like, she came home and I was watching that new Ted Bundy movie. You guys know the one I'm talking about? Zac Efron. So I'm watching this movie. She comes in, she sees it, and she turns it off and goes, Kevin, you have to stop watching all these movies about serial killers. I'm starting to worry. You're gonna become a serial killer. Which I thought was mean. Because I also watch a lot of sports. She's never come home and been like, I'm worried you're gonna become hot. Like that. Insecure when it comes to, making her feel good physically. I don't know, like, dude, when you're done smooching somebody, do you need approval or you're like confident? You're like, I paid them, I know. Good for you, man. Jealous. I don't have that. I don't have that kind of confidence. When I finish, I just turn like a teller from Wells Fargo. I'm just like, were you satisfied with your service today? My girlfriend's like, actually, could I see a manager? I don't know. We have one problem in my relationship right now, which is that sometimes other women will flirt with me, and my girlfriend doesn't believe that happens. And it makes me so mad. Because I'm like a jealous guy. I just want her to also be jealous. That's all. I just want her to think I'd have a chance with anyone else. Like, I think a lot of guys have like that fantasy of like a hall pass, like one night I could go out and be with any girl. I don't want that. I found like the girl I want to be with, right? But I do have a fantasy of like taking another girl out, like going to dinner, we go to a movie, I walk her home, at the doorstep to her apartment, I start to go in for the kiss, and as soon as she shows she's going back in for it, I lean out and take out the phone that's been on FaceTime the whole time, and I'm like, see babe, I still got it! She's like, that's clearly a broken woman. Well, I love my girlfriend, man. I don't know how she deals with me. I have bipolar disorder, which is really fun about half of the time. And the thing I don't get with it is, like, the thing that's tough is I don't know how to tell what's bipolar disorder and what's my personality. I mean, because I get really mad or really irritable, and I can't control my emotions sometimes. Like, when you're walking downtown and there's a bunch of people in your way, and you want to yell at them? I do. I'll just be like, oh, we're just gonna take over the whole sidewalk! That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand in a line just like we're the Rockies, side by side by side. I'll push over their kid, you know what I mean? So that happens, and I feel like, I remember when I got told I was bipolar, I was like, here's my free pass. And I turned to my doctor and I was like, are you telling me the reason I'm a dick is because I'm bipolar? And I'll never forget what he said. He turns to me and he goes, actually, that's not a part of this at all. So, my girlfriend is a not bipolar. She struggles with depression, which is fun. Less often. That's alright. She gets to date me. Alright, come on, what's up? This one you can't high five on. There we go. Here's the thing, I feel like dating, I love her so much, but I feel like dating someone who struggles with depression, it's a lot like being a fan of a team that struggles at the sport they play. Because you want them to win. And they don't. Ever. They just break your heart every day. Like, I grew up in Denver, Colorado, so I was a fan of the Colorado. Dang, you from Colorado? Go! Get out of here right now! Okay, so I'm from Denver, Colorado. I was a fan of the Colorado Rockies growing up. They're a baseball team, kind of. And they were the worst team in the league every single year. Until my sophomore year of high school, they won 14 of the final 15 games of the season. It created a sudden death one-game elimination playoff match against the San Diego Padres at home. The game went to extra innings. Top of the 13th inning, the Padres scored 2 runs to take the lead. They bring in Trevor Hoffman, the second most accomplished reliever of all time. There's next to no chance that the Rockies are going to win this game yet. Somehow, some way, we managed to squeeze 2 runs across the plate. We have runners on first and third. Jamie Carroll at the bat. He hits a fly ball to right field. Brian Giles camps out under it. Matt Holliday tags at third. Giles makes the catch. Holliday comes in at the same time as the throw. The catcher, Michael Barrett, drops the ball. Holliday slides. He scores. The Rockies win. We're going to the playoffs. The greatest moment of my entire life. I'm jumping up and down like that feeling, that joy, that happiness, that ecstasy, like that. That is how I feel when I ask my girlfriend how her day was, and she says, "Can't complain." That's love, you know? She gets home, she's like, I'm like, "How are you?" She's like, "Good." I'm like, "All right, we did it." Here comes the report on her end. Woo! All right, you guys are fantastic. I'm Kevin. Thanks. Bye.